Hello everybody. Today I am Dr. Raktin here to discuss on the topic of civil registration system. In my last video, I have discussed about the sample registration system, and here is the topic of civil registration system. The logo that I have assigned is for the births and the death registration in India by the Registrar General of India. This is the logo, please remember, for the civil registration system. Let us begin our topic. Coming to the introduction part, the civil registration system is the continuous recording of the vital events of births, death, marriages, etc. Like in sample registration system, which was done as a dual recording system, which was done in a continuous manner and as well as 6 monthly, here it is not the case. In case of civil registration system, the recording of the vital events, the births, the deaths, here the marriages are also considered. These vital events are recorded in a continuous manner, and it is not for a particular sample or a sampling unit. It is for the total population of the country. It is a compulsory legal requirement of a country. Whenever a birth or a death happens anywhere in India, it is a legal responsibility of the guardians or the next to kin to make it registered. So it is compulsory all throughout India. Otherwise, the person, the next to kin, will face a legal action if not done in a timely manner. It was also started by the Registrar General of India, and it was started back in the year 1969 under the Registration of Births and Deaths Act 1969. Remember, the same year of 1969, the sample registration system was also operationalized all throughout India. In the same year, the Registration of Births and Death Act 1969 was started, and at the national level, it was started under Registrar General of India. The Registrar General of India coordinates the activities with the chief registrars of the states. Again, the chief registrars of the state will direct or guide the registrars from the district. So in that hierarchy, the civil registration system works. Coming up to the next slide of what is the purpose of the civil registration system. Here it helps in continuously understand the additions and exits of the people in the area. Since all the births and deaths are being registered under the act, so we will continuously know about the additions and deletions from the population. We will get to know what is the birth rate, what is the death rate, the age specific birth rate, age specific death rate, the cause specific death rate, okay, the fertility indicators, etc. So it is most important for need based developmental planning. So according to the need, whatever data we get to know, according to that, we will plan our developmental activities. So it is need based. Same was for the sample registration system, but it is for a particular sampling unit. But here in case, it is for a larger geographical area for the whole population. Here we are not choosing a particular sampling unit. We are taking this whole population of the state or the country, or it may also be a district. So understand the progress of various socio-economic programs. With this, we will get to know about the most of the national health programs, like the you can say RMNCHA program. Okay, we will get to know many things about all the 5 components of it. Next comes what data we collect in civil registration system. So basically, when there is a birth or a death, we will collect the following data. This list is not exhaustive or complete, but uh, this gives fairly a rough idea about the data we use to collect when there is birth and a death of a particular individual. In case of births, we have to know about the order of the birth. With this, we will get to know about the family size and the how effective the contraception programs is going on. We will get to know about the sex of the child. With this, we will know about the sex ratio. We'll document the age of mother. We will get to know about the age specific birth rate, the fertility indicators, whether there is any teenage pregnancy or elderly pregnancy, high risk pregnancies. Okay, we will get to know about the literacy, because with our literature search we already know about that the literacy rate of the mother is crucial for the um, healthy and wealthy child. So the literacy rate is very important. It also um, guides in a better upbringing for the child. The all the maternal mortality rate, the uh, infant mortality rate, the child death rate, all depends upon the literacy of the mother. When the mother is literate, then all the parameters will be low. So it is a very important indicator. Then we will get to know about the occupation and the religion of the parents, the demographic profile of the family, and the type of medical attention that was received at birth. So with this, it is a proxy indicator about the whether the institutional delivery is going on, how effective is it, and how is the healthcare delivery system of that particular area. So when a birth is registered, these data are collected. Secondly, when the death is being registered, what are the data we will collect? Number one, the occurrence, where the death has happened. We have to write it down, we have to register it. There is a certain time period for the birth and death registration. We will get to know in the next slide, but for now, for deaths, we have to write about the occurrence, the place where it has happened, then what is the age, sex, marital status of the deceased person, religion and occupation of the deceased person, the cause of death. It is very important for the documentation purpose. The medical certification of the cause of death, it is prepared, and the medical certificate. So these are the details we will collect in case of a death when it is registered in the civil registration system. Similarly, for marriages, we will write down the name of both the spouses, their socio-demographic features from where they belong, and what is their age and all, and what is the details of the next to kin or their parents. We'll write it down. We have to document the proper address of both the spouses. So these are the details we will collect for marriages. Coming up to the next slide about the status of the civil registration system. Back in the year 1969, when it was started, it was very low. The birth registration was almost 2 to 3%, which gets got rose to 39% in the year 1985. Still, it was very low, and then subsequently it rose to 55% by the year 1995. Currently, the birth registration system, the registration is approximately 98.4% nationwide. It is a huge jump for us. Over 90% of the births are registered within the legally prescribed limit of 21 days. Remember, when there is birth, we have to register it within 21 days. And in case of death, we have to register it within 7 days for death. So many states, including Delhi, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, have achieved 100% registration in births. So that is the status of the civil registration system in India currently. Currently, it is 98.4%. And what are the reasons for non-registration? Why people do not register their births or the deaths? Number one, there is lack of awareness regarding the importance of it. Most of the people in India are uh, in a of the low socioeconomic status, so they are least bothered about why this registration of birth and deaths are important. Number one, there is lack of awareness. Number two, the travel costs to the registration centers. Even if there are many registration centers across the India, but the travel cost to the registration centers are is one of a limitation for non-registration. People who are daily wage work laborers or who are in from the vulnerable group, it becomes very difficult to go for to lose their job for one day and go to the registration center for these registrations of births and deaths. The costs incurred is very high, and thus they often avoid going to that. So because of the travel cost. Then comes the complicated official procedures. It is often seen in those registration centers that uh, the people working over there uh, asks you for a very complicated process, and if the person who is coming for registration, if he or she is illiterate or from a very low education background, then it becomes very difficult for them to get through the process. So they often tend to avoid those complicated official procedures, and this is also seen as a reason for non-registration in India. Then few of the communities have got their cultural beliefs and customs, which is more important and close to their heart than the formal registration. So in a way, that also becomes a reason for non-registration. And then the strict parental requirements and the stigmatized birds, the birds who, as a result of a rape, or for a birds as a result of a unmarried for an unmarried mother and all. So all these things create a stigma in the part of the person who is going for registration, and um, these officials always and always require the name of both the father and the mother for registration. So these stigmatized birds do not get registered. That is also one of a reason for non-registration. All such things pose a challenge for the healthcare community. Um, the government should think about these points on how to get more of these registrations done. However, the civil registration system works well for the births and deaths of the country, and these data is often used for planning purposes, and in combination with this sample registration system, um, both these two tools used to help in the planning process for the district, state, or the country. Thank you very much. That was all for today's topic of civil registration system. I hope you get the point of it and the key differences between the sample registration system and the civil registration system. Thank you very much.